In this video, we will discuss about 5 examples where the linear transformation is defined from a 3-dimensional vector space to 2-dimensional vector space, or 2-dimension to 2-dimension, or 3-dimension to 3-dimension, or even polynomial to polynomial, or matrices to matrices. For this one, the linear transformation is defined from a 3-dimensional vector space to 2-dimensional vector space like R3 to R2. You can think this way: suppose V is a vector space of all 3-dimensional real numbers and W is a vector space of all 2-dimensional real numbers. So the input would be this one. So we will take input from V and it will go here and it will transform to 2-dimensional vector. So output would be 2-dimensional vector. In real life, like when you play a video game car racing, then first computer generate a 3-dimensional car, then it project to a 2-dimensional screen. So they use some types of linear transformation that transform a 3-dimensional vector to 2-dimensional vector. Or even you can think this car is 3-dimensional. Now if I project that car in the board, so if I project here, you can see a shadow. So the 3-dimensional figure transform to a 2-dimensional shadow. So now we can verify that this defines a linear transformation. Consider the scalar C in R and consider two vectors V1 and V2 from the input R3. So input R3. So since V is defined x, y, z, so V1 would be x1, y1, z1, V2 would be x2, y2, z2. For this example, I showed all of the steps, but for the next example, we will show only limited steps. So T of V1 would be, so V1 is that one x1, y1, z1. So T of V1 would be that one x1 minus y1, comma 2 z1. Similarly, T of V2 would be that one, and we need to verify two conditions, that T of V1 plus V2 would be T of V1 plus T of V2. That was the first condition to be linear transformation, and second condition is this one, that T of C V1 is C times T of V1. Now for this one, if you add V1 and V2, so V1 is that one, V2 is that one. So if you add, so first component add x1 plus x2, add second component y1 plus y2, and third component z1 z2. Now if you apply the linear transformation, so if you apply that one, you will get this line, that this one minus that one, comma 2 times the third component, and our goal is to get T of V1, that means this one plus that one. So we can rewrite this one as x1 minus y1 plus x2 minus y2, and this comes here, and this line can be written this way, and this is same as T of V1 plus T of V2. So first condition satisfied. Now for the second condition, again multiply V1 by C, then you will get that line, then apply the linear transformation, you will get this line, and we can take out C because C is common for each component. We can take out C and we can get that line, and this is same as T of V1. So it satisfies both conditions. That's why T is a linear transformation. So in first example, the input and output was different dimensional vector space, like input was 3-dimensional vector space R3 and output was 2-dimensional vector space R2. But for example 2 and example 3, the input and output are the same vector space. That means the dimension is same, because we can also define linear transformation from a vector space to the same vector space. Like if you have a line, this one V, and you want to stretch it, then we can define a linear transformation this one, and the output would be that one. So the length of the line would be double. So input was 2-dimensional vector space, output also 2-dimensional. Similarly here, input can be 3-dimensional, output can be also 3-dimensional, like here T is R3 to R3. So if you consider a line in 3 dimension and you want to stretch it, you want to make it double, then you can define this linear transformation and output would be that one. Now let's come to this example. We need to show that this defines a linear transformation. Here input is two-dimensional vector space, output also two-dimensional vector space. So consider C the scalar in R and two vectors v1 and v2 in R2. So what would be v1 and v2? So here t of v is given that one, t of v is given that one. So what is v? V is xy, v is xy. So consider v1 as x1 y1 and v2 as x2 y2. Now t of v1 plus v2 would be, so if you add v1 and v2 you will get x1 plus x2 and y1 plus y2 is here. So t of that would be, so 2 times the first component, 2 times first component plus second component is here, comma the first component, and if you simplify this one, then you can get this line. And what is our goal? Our goal is to get t of v1 plus t of v2. We can rewrite this one this way, and finally we can get this line. And t of c v1, so multiply v1 by c, it would be cx1 comma cy1. Now if you apply this transformation, you can get this line, and here you can factor out c, you can get that one. This is same as t of v1. So it satisfies both conditions, that's why t is a linear transformation, or you can write just linear. Now for this one we need to show t is linear where the input and output both are three-dimensional vector space, and t is given as that one. So again take C in R and take two vector v1 and v2 from R3, where the v1 is x1 y1 z1 because v is xyz, v is xyz, and v2 would be x2 y2 z2. And if you add those two, you can get that one, and if you apply the linear transformation t, then you can get this line, and our goal is to get this one plus that one. So after simplifying you can get that. Similarly for that one, hence t is a linear transformation. Example 4, we need to show that t is linear where t is defined from the vector space of all m by n matrices over the field R to the same vector space, and t is defined as t of A is equals to A transpose. So for this one, the input and output are also in the same vector space. You can think this way: V is a vector space of all m by n real matrices, and input would be from this one, and we will take some matrix and we will transpose that matrix, and output would be also here. Now to show that, we need to consider C in R and two matrices A1 and A2 from here. Now what would be T of A1? T of A1 would be A1 transpose, and T of A2 would be A2 transpose, and T of A1 plus A2 would be A1 plus A2 its transpose. Now transpose has the property that you can distribute. So we can distribute into A1, so A1 transpose, also A2 transpose, and it would be this one. To check the second property, so T of CA1 would be same as CA1 transpose, and this one is same as C times A1 transpose. If you have any confusion for this property, you can think this way, that consider a matrix, this matrix, so what would be its transpose? So this would be its transpose. Now if C is 2, so if you consider C is 2, so 2A1, so this is C, it would be, you need to multiply all of the components by 2 and you will get that one, and if you take it transpose, you will get that matrix, and from here we can factor out 2. then you will get that one, and this is same as A1 transpose. So it would be 2A1 transpose. So CA1 transpose is same as C times A1 transpose. So this property. So that's why T is linear. In this problem we need to show that T is linear where T is defined from the vector space of all polynomials over the field F to the same vector space, and the field F can be the set of all real numbers or the set of all complex number. Here they didn't mention what type of field that is, but for that one it mentioned the field is R, the set of all real numbers. The field can be the set of all complex number. Here they didn't mention. So, and the linear transformation is defined this one. Actually we need to verify that this defines a linear transformation. So take C from the field F, and two polynomials P1x and P2x from the vector space of all polynomials over the field F. Now what would be T of P1x? So T of P1x would be that one, T of P2x would be that one. Now T of P1x plus P2x would be this one, and we can distribute the integral sign and we can get that line, and this is same as T of P1x, this one same as T of P2x. So the first condition satisfied, and for the second condition is same. So T of C P1x would be this one, and we can take out the constant C out of integral sign and you can get that one, and this part is same as T of P1x. So it satisfies both conditions, that's why T is linear. So that's it. Thanks for watching.